Welcome back to episode 4 of our podcast. My name is Caroline Phansi, and today I will be diving deeper into the life in a refuge. The previous podcast was focusing on the background of Contento, the foundation of Contento, the reason why Contento was set up. And today we are going to find out the life of a survivor coming through our doors right through to when they leave our services. And to discuss that with me today, we've got none other than our amazing support manager, Tameena Zafar. Tameena, welcome to our podcast today.
Thank you, Caroline. I'm really excited for today. It's a chance for the listeners to understand what we do here, how we support our survivors in the refuge, and how to go from crisis to confidence.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Tameena, you've been with us for the past 2 or 3 years, isn't it? And through the years, you've supported at least 470 women
Wow.
and 500 children. How has that been for you? How has that felt for you?
It's hard to explain how it feels. It's amazing to know that we've helped so many people, because when you're doing it on a day-to-day basis, you don't actually realize how many people you're helping at the end of it. So it's truly amazing. Like doing this job, it's been a passion. Like I said, I think it's been like 3.5 years. Obviously, I started as a support worker, went on to team leader, to support manager now. So it's been amazing.
Amazing, amazing. And obviously, myself has been probably I've been in a similar position like you. I started off working as a referral officer or as a support worker, so I know what it is to support somebody when they're coming through our doors. From the time that we receive the call of the referral, when they're in crisis, and receiving them on the very first day, you're the first person that they meet, and obviously taking them through that journey. So how has that been for you? How have you had that experience of taking somebody from the time that they come in through to seeing them to leave?
So I've been lucky enough to experience every role that's on the field. It's emotional. I think I've done the referral role, the support work role. It's definitely very emotional, especially when the client first arrives to you. Like Caroline, they'll come with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Some will just have a small bag they've left in their pajamas, in their slippers. The kids, they don't, if it's raining, they haven't got a coat.
Yeah.
So it's very, very emotional when they first come, but we also have to stay professional, because we have to make them feel comfortable when they come to us. So yeah, it's hard but rewarding.
Thank you. So, yeah, you said it right. It's hard and but rewarding. But I'd want to find out a little bit about yourself. What made you want to do a job like this?
So I used to work in social work. So I used to work with young adults, and I met somebody once in my personal life who was actually a victim of domestic abuse. And she told me how she fled and she went into a refuge, and how the refuge helped her so much. And then something just clicked in my head, and I was like, you know what, that's something I would like to do. So I just went onto Google and I was searching domestic abuse refuges, and Contento came up. So when I saw Contento's website, I was like, I can imagine myself working for this team. So I applied because I think there was a support worker role going at that time. And I remember coming in, and it's just the environment was nice. Everybody was working. It was like a family vibe. And yeah, ever since then, I've not looked back.
That's good. That's good. So, if you found your role then as rewarding, has it been fulfilling then for you?
100%, definitely.
Okay. Would you want to tell me about the most challenging part about the job?
The most challenging, I'd have to say, it's the initial meeting with the survivors. The most challenging is making them trust you. They've gone through so much, and the point they come to us, the self-esteem's low, they lack confidence, they don't trust anybody. So being able to gain that trust, to let them know that we're here to help, would definitely be the most challenging. Opening up the client to be able to work with them, to help them, and to raise their self-esteem would definitely be the hardest, I'd say, because we're working with real people.
Yes.
It's real human beings, real feelings, and not everybody is the same. You might meet one survivor that's gone through the same kind of abuse, but each feeling and how how they're feeling, what they're doing is different. So I think that would be the most challenging thing.
And how do you overcome that?
I think by staying consistent, being yourself, making yourself warm, if that's a way to put it.
Yeah,
Being warm, showing up for the client.
Mhm.
It's not a case of, oh, we're just supporting you for this one day and that's it.
Mm.
When they first come to us, we show them love, we show them care that they've not seen before. And I think being consistent is the key part of it, letting them know we're available. Just because we're finishing at 5, you're not alone. Give us a call. We have our on-call number that they can contact out of hours. What we'll do is we usually notify the staff that's on call that there's a new survivor that's arrived. They might call you if they need anything. They can reach out. We're always there, available for them, no matter what.
Yeah. Would you be able to take us through? So, for example, I know you've probably covered this, but the first 24 hours for a survivor coming through our doors, what does it feel like to them? What sort of support do we give them? What support do we assure of them for that we're going to give them? Do you want to give us just a bit of an overview on that?
So the first 24 hours is vital. That's when we have to do our key work.
Yes.
So once they arrive to the refuge, they will meet with our referral officer. The referral officer has to sign up paperwork, but it's not just as easy as just signing up, because the person that arrives to us is usually very, very emotional. They might have children. Children are unsettled. So we have a toy box link where we apply for toys. So when there's a new family coming in, we have these things prepared. We have a welcome pack. So the toy box we use to distract the children, make them feel at home. There's always a support worker on site then that will take over with the children, give the mom a chance to breathe. Then obviously Nancy, she'll reassure them. If they're upset, it isn't a case of sign the documents. No, we sit, we talk, we go through their story, we tell them who we are, what we do. Once that's done, we'll take them on a tour of the house, take them to the bedrooms. Our bedrooms, the beds are always made. We make sure they're at a good standard, so when the survivors walking in, they don't feel like they've come into a random place. It feels like a home for them, because that's our goal. Once we've done that, the support worker then takes over. She then supports the client with anything, whether it's from GP registration to just letting the client talk, being a listening ear. For the children, we'll apply for schools, same with them, GPs as well. But we have our own in-house food bank. So we always have food readily available, because like I said, they usually come with absolutely nothing. So we have like a food pack for them. In our welcome pack, we have toiletries, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, shower gels to make them feel at home. I think that's everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
But there's a lot more to it, of course.
That's amazing. And I believe that obviously you assess each individual case. Obviously, if they've got other needs that you probably don't have, then you're able to cater for that. Okay. And would you let me know? I know you've mentioned quite a lot of things in terms of paperwork and stuff like that. So how do you manage? Obviously, I know there's probably some bits that are quite important that need to be done on the very first day, in the first 24 hours. But then somebody might be coming in traumatized, obviously distraught. How do you manage to get the important bits done? Obviously, also bearing in mind that this person is actually coming through a traumatic experience.
So what we'll do is we prioritize our paperwork. And a lot of the stuff that we go through, the survivor will not remember. So the most important things we go through is the support plan, risk assessment, and the initial needs. And this is really important that we take this information on the first day, so we know how to work with the survivor. Because I think I mentioned earlier, not all survivors are the same. They might have gone through the same sort of abuse, but each and everyone's needs will be different. So usually we give them a cup of tea, settle them in. We don't bombard them straight away. Give them time. We let them go into the room, let them unpack their stuff, calm them down, and then sort of get into. And the way we do it isn't like we'll put a paper in front of them. It'll be like a chat. We'll sit with them and say, okay, once they tell you their story, you sort of pick up from what they need, and then you'll say, okay, but what do you need from me? Because it's whatever we do, it's person-centered. It's what they need from us. So we do it based off of that.
Lovely. Okay. And how do you manage to make sure that the survivor obviously keeps the address confidential? Obviously, she might have
Yeah.
other connections and stuff like that, or maybe things like the phone. The perpetrator might have had access or connection to maybe emails and stuff like that, or bank accounts. How do you help the survivor with that?
That's a very good point, because that is something that we do. It's one of the most important step when they come to us. So what we'll do is, the first thing we'll explain to them that they're safe, and then we'll explain why they're safe. So we'll explain our house rules to them, and the most important one is never share your address with anybody unless it's a professional. So if they're ever unsure, we always say reach out to us. In regards to the phones, we'll ask, obviously with their permission, because a lot of the survivors that we support may not know English. They may not know how to use their phone. So if they know how to do, we'll explain to them, go onto your location services and turn all your location services off. If they're unable to do that independently, we'll say we'll help them, we'll sit with them, we'll show them how to get their location on the phone, switch that off, see if they've got any apps that's monitoring where they are. So we'll always switch that off as soon as they arrive to the refuge, and then we give them a PO box. So if they ever need to deliver anything, it will be to our PO box, not directly to the refuge. Because I think, not in our refuge, there was an incident of an Amazon delivery driver where he arrived to the property to deliver something, and it turned out to be the perpetrator's friend.
Yeah.
And then the survivor's address was leaked. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we do try our best to keep the location as safe and secret as possible. And although we do that when they sign up, we also have house meetings, support sessions, where we then repeat this information because it's so important.
Okay, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I think that's quite important that you cover that, especially on the very first day, because that's the most crucial and the most critical time. Obviously, this perpetrator is wondering where this remember, they don't say goodbye, I'm leaving today. They are fleeing.
Exactly.
So the perpetrator will be doing everything to try and find them. So you need to cover that on the very first day. Right now that we've got the first day covered, what is the kind of like ongoing support then that you provide to the survivors?
So there's a lot of support that we provide, and like I said, it's based on what the client needs. So I'm going to try to sum it up as best as I can. So once they've done the initial GP registrations, it will be, a lot of the clients come to us they'll come to us with the visa which is connected to the perpetrator. So this is for the majority of them, they'll be on a spousal visa. So once we do that, we have to get them signed up with the migrant center so they can switch the visas around to MDAVC. So this is
MDVAC.
Yes, the MDVAC. So this is obviously, but the listeners probably won't. It's a 3-month visa which allows them to have access to public resources. So we'll apply. Well, we can't do it anymore. The solicitor has to do it. So we refer them to the migrant center and send them over there to get that visa sorted. Once they've got that, we can then apply for universal credit for them. Because like I said, they'll come with nothing. So that's our main priority, getting them some money. Then the next step would be support plans. Once we've done the support plans, that's where we see their needs. We refer them to groups that they could go to, for example, ESOL classes. A lot of the survivors we support don't know English. In-house also we do women empowerment classes, confidence building classes. We have IT classes that we can refer them to. We also look at the emotional state, their mental health. If they need support with their mental health, we have an in-house counsellor that we refer them to, and she can support this. If we feel like that's not enough support for them, then we also refer them to external mental health services.
You signpost them to other people.
And obviously with the children as well, if they need health visitors, we have the health visitors details and numbers for each area. So we'll contact the health visitor and refer the children and see what kind of support the children also need. So it will be school referrals, nursery, and things like that.
Okay. You spoke about empowerment and probably confidence building as well. What sort of support groups or support sessions that you've done with the ladies?
So we've had sessions. We've done freedom program with the clients where they've all come in. We've done women empowerment. So they've come in, we've had special guests come in, give speeches, empower them through this. We've had survivors who have come and have stayed with us for a year and a half, and they're at the stage to move on. We'll bring them up to motivate and show the survivors that this is the stage that you'll get to one day. Just because you're here now, it doesn't mean you won't move forward. Yeah, and it's just given them a chance to build their confidence and see other people's stories. And I feel like this has helped them a lot. A lot of the feedback we got from these sessions that we've done is that they're not alone.
Yeah.
It brought them together. And when they see a room full of people that are going through what they've gone through, and everyone's at such different stages too, it's made a huge, huge difference.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think we need to continue doing because it's so important, and it makes a real difference in the survivors' lives.
Yeah, amazing. So we normally get on and off funding to run these sessions. Sometimes we have periods where we actually don't have them, but I know that obviously within the organization there is things that we have in place. So you spoke about the IT. That's something that's not funded externally, that is funded within the organization. We've been lucky as well that we've had the counseling as well, funding in place, which helps our survivors quite a lot.
The food bank too.
Yeah, and the food bank as well. That's been really helpful. Yeah, so amazing work. But it does sound like it is quite busy and it's quite active in the refuge. There's quite a lot that you do with the ladies. Tell me, what do you notice then after the women have been with us maybe for a few weeks or a few months? What in this kind of supportive environment? What do you notice?
So I noticed the amazing changes that we get to witness. You'll notice a survivor that didn't speak even a sentence of English is having a whole conversation with you in English without having language line. They're dressing up, they've got makeup on, they're wearing their heels, they're communicating more, they feel more comfortable. They're going out for the first time. There's so many survivors that we support that have never been able to leave their homes. They've never been able to get on a bus, go to the local park, and they know how to use the sat-nav now for Google Maps. They'll be like, we're just going to the park. And I'll say, oh, do you know how to get there now? They'll be like, yeah, the support workers taught us how to use our Google Maps on our phones. So I think seeing the change from the moment they're walking through the doors, and then it will take I think the first 3 months is always the most difficult for the survivor. But once those 3 months pass, that change that you see, I can't even put into words how amazing it truly is. And I think you've seen them when at these events we do the cooking, the baking, the empowerment. You'll look at the survivors and you're like, wow, it's amazing.
I mean, obviously, don't take me to start talking about my own experiences. I mean, some examples that I've supported have been really, really emotional just to see somebody coming through the door. They can't even stand on their own feet because obviously they've just been traumatized. One of the ladies that I supported was literally trembling. No bag on them, no phone on them, nothing, absolutely. And to see them transition to this lovely lady that is now working, that is now renting their own flat and everything. It just gives me so much joy. It just gives me so much sense of what this is really worth doing every day, coming in every day. Talking about challenges and maybe some complex cases that we've had to deal with. I mean, do you have any examples of this without mentioning any names?
There's been a few.